Here's a selection of some recent B&Bs.
On the day they were going to kill him, Santiago Nassar got up at 5:30 in the morning to wait for the boat.
Yes, I hate you. You are my bane, my poison, my disgust.
We sat skin to skin, our sweat running together.
The cry of despair and weariness emanates from the pit of my stomach.
How could you, Ruth? How could you just unpack me all day while you were having sex with Fareed? The most miserable worm that crawls. Do not embrace your knees, and you most cruelly repulse me.
Hello, my name is Julia Crookston. I've been listening to Book at Bedtime since 2008, and I'd like to know if there is anyone who has an overview of the content of the books. And I'm asking because ever since Christmas we seem to have an unremitting diet of murder and some sex scenes, with a few exceptions. Recently it's been the Yakubian buildings, which has got quite a lot of disturbing stuff in it. Just before that we had the Absolutist, which was horror of life in the trenches compounded by being gay at the time. Caribou Island, oh that was so depressing. It's not so much that we object to the murder mysteries themselves. In fact, it was a murder mystery that first got us hooked on Book at Bedtime. It's just that it seems to be going on and on and on. We'd just like some light relief, something that reflects the brighter side of life, the nicer side of human nature, that doesn't send us to bed feeling upset. Thank you.
Caroline Ruffin is the commissioning editor of the Book at Bedtime slot. I asked her how the books are chosen. I think what Julia Crookston is saying effectively is about Book at Bedtime. Lighten our darkness, we beseech thee, O Lord. Do you accept it's been pretty heavy criminal stuff recently?
We do try and look for light and shade, but these are also published books, so to some extent we're led by the market, and we do feel that we should be looking at the very best fiction that's out there. But I would agree that when making our choices, we do need to watch a little bit. Maybe that...
Ross, do you think it's been grim enough at the moment and that actually, okay, there's some very good choices, but they were a bit relentless in some people's view. Now, a bit of fun so that people can go to bed smiling.
There might be. There might be. We are led by what people want to write about. And I do think that, for example, at the moment we've got the Yakubian building, which is a really important Egyptian novel. And at a time when we're looking at what's happening in the Middle East, it's not a bad time to remind people through fiction and not through factual or news or editorial about how some ordinary people live their lives out there and what they might possibly have been rebelling against.
Presume you're inundated with Book at Bedtime by publishers and their agents desperate for you to feature their books, so you have a great choice. How do you go about deciding what to feature, and how far ahead do you, as it were, book the books?
We probably commission about 3 or 4 months in advance, but equally we may turn around something quite quickly. So the producer of the Yakubian building has turned that around much faster than we would normally expect in response to events that are going on elsewhere. There are some surprising constraints, like, for example, you don't want a book that's very heavily dependent on dialogue. You'd actually find it quite difficult